I first met Keith Thibodeaux 11 years ago. Again, as Gary mentioned, I was working in the oil field and I was laid off. A very good friend of mine informed me that Mr. Thibodeaux was looking for a secretary. So I placed a call to Mr. Keith and I told him that I was looking for work. I did not have legal experience. However, I was willing to learn anything that he was willing to teach me. I had an interview with him, and basically, in no time, I heard back from him saying that I had the job. So 11 years ago, when I was in need, he helped me. And from that day forward, I have to say that every day he has helped because I have learned so much. Had someone asked me 11 years ago about a succession or any other type of legal work, I would not have known what to say. I had no experience with that. I had no reason to encounter that. So I learned a lot from Keith in the legal field. I especially learned how he is a very thorough attorney. He will take his time and research whatever matter he's working on and know that when he's done, it is done well and it's done correctly. Keith is, again, I'm going to stress and emphasize on how he is very, very thorough. It is never that's good enough, okay? There's only one way to do something, and it's the right way, okay? I'm going to say a special little saying that he has, as I don't want to chew my tobacco twice, as one of his former bosses would have told him, in that we really strive to get it right the first time. Okay, so he's very meticulous in his work. And I just have to say that his best quality is his ability to just research, and he will not stop until he finds, till he just reaches that point of all his research, his backup, to prove his case, whatever the case may be. I have to say that Keith would make a very good judge because of the time and the effort that he puts into the work that he does. He will research the law. I see Keith as an individual who will enforce the law, not as someone who will try to create the law from the bench. However, again, as I said, I think he will enforce the law, research it to present it as the law is written, and he will be fair, he will be honest, and I see him as an individual who will serve the people. I can say that from our experience, would I have been concerned about who was behind the bench? Yes, I would have wanted someone who was fair and honest, who would have researched the law to enforce it as it is written. But considering what we went through really changed my thought process of a judge. Because while we did not seek any personal counsel, we did not seek any kind of legal action against the person, that took our son's life. As I reflect back on what we have experienced, now it makes me realize that you should be concerned about who is on the other side of the bench, because that could mean the difference between justice and no justice for you, your family. It really made me realize that you would want someone behind the bench that would make the time and take the time to research the law, enforce the law to the fullest extent, be fair, be just, compassionate, and willing to make the time and take the time to research your case and rule according to the law. Keith was very, very comforting to us. He was there at our side, and I'll say this again, not as any legal representation. However, he offered his love and support on a personal level as well as a business level, in that he knew the process of the courts, so he could guide us step by step, so we knew and understood, okay, this is what's going to happen next. Why is this taking place? What does that mean? What are they going to be doing? How long is this going to take? So it was very comforting to us to have Keith at our side, at our fingertips, to guide us in the legal process, to understand what was going to take place and why. The legal process is slow. And had we not had Keith there to assist and guide, I don't know how we would have made it through, because it just helped us so much to understand that, again, it's long and it's slow. So you really have to be patient. As hard as it seems, you really need to be patient in the whole process. Otherwise, I would have thought otherwise, that I maybe would have felt picked on, in a sense that, why is it taking so long? What is going wrong? However, it helped us to understand that it's the process, and that's just the way it is. With regards to what happened to our son Jordan, my message to the people is simply not to drink and drive. Don't use drugs and drive. Don't text and drive, okay? We must not forget that as well, because any type of distractive driving puts people at risk. This could happen to anyone. You could lose your mother, your brother, your father, a close friend. This could happen to anyone. It's very painful, and I don't consider this an accident because it's avoidable. When you drink and drive and you make the choice, because this is a choice that is made, it's a very selfish choice. You should, I'm not going to say not drink and have a good time. That's okay, but don't do so and get behind the wheel. Stay where you are. Ask someone to drive you home, or just drink at home. But please don't drink and drive. The life that's taken could be your own. So again, I would ask people, please don't drink and drive. Don't text and drive. No distractive driving. Keith would make a very good judge, in that he is a great listener. He pays attention to facts. He researches hours on end. He would analyze any case, any situation presented before him, and base his decision according to the law. I see a judge as an individual who will analyze, research, and rule according to the law as it is written. And that's why I say that Keith Thibodeaux is my choice for judge, because he will analyze, he will rule according to the law, and he will take the time to research and be sure that his decision is fair, just, and according to the law. Keith Thibodeaux is a very caring, compassionate attorney. After working with him for 11 years, I have seen him help people in many ways. he just cares about people, and no matter what their needs are, he will go above and beyond to help anyone, no matter what their needs are. One of the things that I love to see and hear is the fact that the elderly people love to sit and speak with him because he speaks French. Not many people in this day and age can speak French fluently, with the young or the elderly for that matter. So the elderly people love to sit and speak with Keith because he can relate to them as far as, you know, what they've been through, or their ability to carry a conversation in French and just go back to their roots, where they come from. So again, he's just very caring, compassionate, and just so willing to help anyone who is in need of his assistance in any way, shape, or form. The one word that I would say that Keith Thibodeaux would make a good judge in, that he is fair. The reason I'm voting for Keith Thibodeaux is that he will make a fair, honest, and just judge, and I firmly believe he will be the people's judge. I am voting for Keith Thibodeaux.